What's up guys, it's Josh back with another video and welcome to the KeepItTechie channel. And today we're diving into an important and powerful topic, and that's exploring the educational pathways and opportunities specifically designed for Black boys in tech and STEM. Now, I usually keep my focus on Linux and breaking into tech, but today's video tackles a vital conversation about diversity, inclusion in our educational system. So whether you're here to learn, support, or simply curious, let's unpack this together. Now check this out. There's a recurring narrative suggesting that our school systems are predominantly designed to favor one demographic over another. Specifically, some argue they favor Black girls over Black boys. And I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, I've heard this argument presented in some of the spaces that I frequent around YouTube. But today, I'm going to shed some light on this by exploring a range of programs that focus on empowering Black boys in technology and STEM fields. And we'll look at how these initiatives are leveling the playing field and providing incredible opportunities for growth and development. So let's dive deeper into some remarkable programs making a substantial impact. First, let's talk about the NESBE Seek program. And if you've heard of it, some people say it's just a summer camp, but just to explain more, it's a 3-week immersive experience designed by the National Society of Black Engineers to inspire the next generation. And each week focuses on a different aspect. The first week is all about coding, and the second dives into robotics, and the third week introduces participants to drone technology.
Seek means giving all kids an opportunity to be aware and immersed of the world of STEM. A lot of these kids know about athletics, they know about specific other routes out or to get to college, but they don't necessarily know about the STEM and engineering world. We're just bridging that gap so all colors, all demographics, all ages can become aware of all the STEM avenues.
And it's a hands-on, practical approach that not only teaches valuable skills, but also instills a sense of confidence and achievement among young Black boys.
Younger demographic, they are the future. To be able to be exposed to science, engineering, just the STEM fields in general, it's a no-brainer.
Next, we have the East Harlem Scholars Academies. These academies are unique because they incorporate what's known as culturally responsive pedagogy. And this approach tailors their teaching methods to the cultural backgrounds of their students, which helps in connecting learning to the students' own experiences and identities. And they focus on building independent, creative thinkers who are excited about learning, particularly in the STEM field.
When I first got involved with EHTP, it was really focused on one thing and one thing only, and that was after school. And it had a lot of impact in the community, and it was clear at that moment in time that it was doing a lot. But with the hard work, some risk-taking from both staff members and board, the organization has grown in a really significant way. I'm very proud of the statistics that 100% of our scholars are graduating from high school, 95% of them are getting into four-year colleges. That to me is real progress.
And the program includes after-school activities that further enhance learning and engagement, which also creates a comprehensive educational experience.
Hello, Colson Whitehead here. I'm a New York City kid and became a writer because of the wonderful teachers who helped open up the world of books to me. I'm glad that the East Harlem tutorial program is here to inspire the next generation of New York City artists and writers and scientists, engineers and thinkers. I like to think there's a weird kid, like the weird kid I was, taking part in EHTP's programs, who's picking up a book and saying, you know, this guy looks like me. Maybe I can do this. James Baldwin, of course, was another child of the city, shaped by these uptown streets. We read Baldwin's seminal essays. It was disheartening that so many of the issues and conditions he writes about are still with us, because sometimes, so little changes. But wonderful that his wisdom, eloquence, and urgency have not been diminished by time. I hope that some of EHTP's young scholars find their way to his work and are changed, as I was and my character Elwood was.
Moving on to an inspiring collaboration between University City High School and Washington University.
Our partnership with K-12 schools started in the late 1980s, and it was clear that the teachers were interested in doing more active science curriculum, more hands-on science, but there were a lot of limitations that they were struggling with.
Now, this partnership is a fantastic example of how educational institutions can work together to make a significant impact.
Yearly, we inspire and equip about 2,500 teachers and 400 administrators to become STEM leaders in their schools. We've seen an increase in math and science teaching and learning in the region, higher standardized test scores, significant growth in teacher confidence and retention, and dramatic growth in student self-confidence.
Now, they've transformed the school culture by implementing restorative justice practices and culturally responsive education, which has led to a dramatic decrease in student suspensions and an increase in academic success.
Today, more than ever, we need to prepare young people to be problem solvers, thinkers, team players, all those attributes that lead to a possible career in STEM.
We are working to make sure that all of our young people, regardless of their economic status, have access to rigor and quality curriculum.
And also, this initiative shows the power of positive relationships and high expectations in fostering an environment where Black boys can truly thrive. Then there's Black Boys in Tech, and this is based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And this program tackles the racial wealth gap by engaging Blacks and Indigenous boys of color in project-based learning. And it's not just about drones. Through their drone course is a highlight where participants build and pilot their own drones. And this program also includes mentorship from Black men who are established STEM professionals, also college visits and tech company tours, making it a holistic approach to career development in technology. Now, lastly, let's highlight the work being done by Foundation Academies in Trenton, New Jersey.
Our mission is to ensure that every single one of our children are prepared for the nation's finest high schools and colleges. But in a place like Trenton, very, very few children actually accomplish the goal of going to college. For me, I was actually the first person in my family to graduate from college. And it is the key. It is the opportunity. It's the riches that can't be taken away. It is that which empowers every single one of our children to follow their dreams. And so for me, this is very personal, because this is the opportunity that I had.
These academies are deeply committed to changing narratives around Black men in math and STEM. And they emphasize hiring more Black male teachers and integrating cultural responsive teaching methods. And the goal here is not just academic success.
How do you show someone you care? How do you prove they matter? You show up. Every year, more than 100 men, educators, policymakers, community leaders, firefighters, and business owners show up for our scholars across all campuses as part of the Foundation Academy 100-Man Welcome. Now, a cherished Trenton tradition, our 100-Man Welcome is a unique opportunity to connect, to be present for one another, and to show scholars this community has their back.
But also creating a community where Black boys are seen, valued, and supported. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to programs, but I also want to turn our attention to the My Brother's Keepers Alliance.
One thing I've come to appreciate over the last decade is that improving the lives of boys and young men of color is bigger than any one person or group of people. It requires everybody. Parents, neighbors, teachers, administrators, local governments, everybody in between, all working together to make a difference. And I'm really proud that My Brother's Keeper has grown a lot over the last 10 years. Right now, over 100 communities are part of the MBK Leadership Network. and the impact has been pretty amazing. An entire generation of boys and young men of color have gone through this program, and we've heard so many stories of young men who are about to drop out of school before they joined MBK. Now a lot of them have their degrees or are leading MBK's work in their own communities.
And what you'll find over there is a robust framework designed to dismantle barriers and create opportunities. And the My Brother's Keepers Community Challenge has galvanized cities across the nation to develop localized strategies that support the educational and career advancements of young men of color.
We are going to continue in this work to make sure that boys of color know that somebody is thinking about them, cares about them, believes in them, and that we're also sending a message to the broader society that if we invest in this incredible resource, that's not just good for those individual young men. It's going to be good for our entire society.
Also, the MBK Equity Framework provides communities a blueprint for identifying and overcoming barriers, promoting a national standard of excellence that can be adopted locally. And this framework is crucial in guiding communities to develop tailored interventions that make a tangible difference. And moreover, the Educational Pipeline Initiative and the Empower Summer Leadership Camp are prime examples of MBK's hands-on approach. And these programs not only address educational disparities, but also focus on personal development, ensuring that participants are well-rounded individuals ready to tackle leadership roles in their futures.
And that's why we're here today, to bolster and reinforce our boys and young men of color. And we're committed to building on what works. And we call it My Brother's Keeper.
Now, while discussing all these empowering programs and the strides we're making with My Brother's Keepers and similar initiatives, there's a crucial point I want to touch on. And that's simply talking about the problems our young men face isn't enough to change the game. It's easy to sit back and critique, and also to fill live streams and social media feeds with discussions on what's wrong. But if we want to see real change, it's not just about talking, it's about doing.
Young men of color as a whole, you're told that, oh, you're gonna be a great athlete, oh, you're gonna be a great artist or a great rapper, but no one ever really aspires to be a great technician or a great engineer. And if you're not exposed to something, how can you aspire to be a part of it?
We want to do the same thing for our young people that another program was able to do for us by supporting us to go to college 15 years ago for the express purpose of creating a lifelong network for social change. That actually gave way to this program. The Hidden Genius Project
trains and mentors Black male youth
in technology creation,
entrepreneurship, and leadership skills to transform their lives and communities.
And we need more Black people stepping up to be part of the solution. So whether that's through mentoring, teaching, or leading community programs, our involvement is key. And just a quick example of myself, I'm heavily involved in the organization Blacks in Technology here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I live. And at the end of the day, it's about being the role models that our boys can look up to. And that means being present in their lives and actively contributing to the initiatives that are out there making a difference. Like, come on, man, let's shift the focus from like highlighting the issues to actually being a part of the solution. I mean, every mentor session, every educational program, every career workshop, it all counts. And these are the building blocks of a stronger community where our young men don't just survive, they thrive. So if you're watching this and you're wondering how you can contribute, it starts with a simple step. Get involved with local organizations, support programs like My Brother's Keeper, or even start initiatives in your own community. That's one of the things I don't see from a lot of these guys I run across online. I never see them highlighting any of these programs or initiatives that are out there. They only point out that things are not happening, but they're not involved. And at the end of the day, we have the power to make an impact, to change lives, and to build a future where every young man of color reaches his full potential. And remember, it's not just about making noise, it's about making a difference. Let's be the change we want to see. Together, we can uplift, empower, and transform our community, one young man at a time. All right, so that wraps up my deep dive into the programs shaping the future for Black boys in tech and STEM. It's clear that opportunities are out here. And with the right support and engagement, we can ensure these programs not only succeed, but expand. And if you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my tech talks. And let's keep learning, growing. Also, thanks for watching. And as always, keep it techie.